This is Jane Day Zero here, and I'm gonna bring you a Yandere Story Time, episode 3. I haven't finished the other episode because apparently there's no more story to it, so I'm just gonna leave that episode 2 by itself. It's been like, a year since I've done the other episode, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and good stuff like that. There, episode 3. Yeah. A while back when I was 16 years old, I was very ignorant of the whole dating scene. All my friends had girlfriends, with the exception of me, of course. I wasn't your average jock, nor was I that bad looking. At least I thought so. I figured, hey, why not try to get a girl myself? I guess I felt left out since I was the only one without a girlfriend. I kind of figured that it would be a good experience since I've never had one before. I asked one of my best friends if they could hook me up with a cute girl, or at least introduce me to one. He mentioned that someone already liked me. I was pretty shocked at that moment. I felt pretty awesome when I heard that. For a second, I felt as if I could get any girl, but then realized that the girl who liked me might turn out to be one of those unattractive social rejects. Yeah, I know, I shouldn't be thinking like that, but come on, everyone has their type, and my type was pretty standard, really. So one day, my friend told me if I wanted to tag along with him and some of his other friends from school. I asked what we were going to do. He said that he wanted to hang out with a group of girls. Turned out that one of the girls in the group was the girl who liked me. I felt as if he was planning to set me up with her. I was a bit hesitant because it could turn out that I was right, and she might not be attractive. But at the time, I was pretty carefree, so it didn't really matter to me as much. We met up at a fast food joint by the park. It was pretty convenient considering I was a bit hungry. I then gazed at the door for a couple minutes, wondering when they were going to show up. Finally, after 5 minutes or so, I heard a group of girls making their way inside as they were giggling and talking about some random stuff that I couldn't make out to comprehend. I wondered which of the 4 girls was the one that liked me. My friend then whispered that the one with the long black hair and glasses liked me. I was kind of surprised considering that she was really cute. She looked pretty thin and wasn't too curvy. I then began to get a bit nervous since the girl that liked me was pretty attractive. I felt as though I was out of her league. After saying hi to everyone and stuff, we all started to head out to the park nearby. As we walked, I ended up being behind everyone in the group as well as the girl that liked me. To my surprise, she was really quiet and didn't speak much with the exception of saying hello and stuff. I asked her how her day went. She looked at me nervously and said that it was okay. Just 3 simple words. I then became quiet again. Suddenly, after a bit of walking, we ended up stopping by a swing set to talk and chill. I was kind of there and I didn't know what to do, so I told the guys I was going to go and look around. One of the girls from the group told the girl that liked me that she should tag along. She didn't say anything at first, but then she nodded and asked if I'd mind. I told her that she can do whatever she wants. After walking for a bit, we ended up taking the secret path that led under a bridge where the train passes. It was a pretty cool spot. The last time I came to the spot was when me and my friend discovered it. Suddenly, as I was staring at how enormous the bridge was from underneath, she suddenly pushed me against the wall of the bridge with force. Shocked, and then said, "What the hell is wrong with you?" She then smiled with pleasure and kissed me. For a couple seconds I allowed her, but then pushed her back and asked why she was acting like that all of a sudden. She started panting and said, with a smile of satisfaction, "I always loved you. I can finally have you all to myself." I was freaked out. I told her that she was crazy, so I wiped my mouth and started walking away. Suddenly, she screamed and said, "No, you can't! You're all mine!" She ran towards me and pushed me on the ground. She started slapping me on the cheek continuously and kept insisting that I should tell her that I love her back. I grabbed her hand as she was about to slap me again and pushed her off. I then started to run to the exit of the little forest path. She started chasing me from behind. I could hear her crying in agony as she tried to rush to catch up to me. Luckily, I was smart and hid behind the large bush that was right around the curve. I then heard her run past me. I took a glimpse to see if that was her. I then headed to the opposite direction towards the fast food joint where we originally met up. After catching my breath inside the restroom, I decided to call my older brother to come pick me up. He asked me why I sounded tired, but I made up a vague excuse like I was running around and stuff. I didn't want him to make fun of me on how I almost got raped by a crazy psycho chick. It would have made me look pretty weak. So as I was waiting inside the restroom, I sent my friend a text saying that he set me up with a crazy chick. He replied that he just recently found out from one of the other girls that she was a very obsessive girl when it comes to guys she liked. I was pretty pissed off when I found out. Suddenly I heard a knock on the restroom door. I said very loudly, "It's busy!" With no reply, I assumed they left, but then another knock came. I then proceeded again to say that I was in here. Then a faint girly voice said, "I know." I was scared to death. I was like, what the hell's wrong with her? And how the hell did she find me? Suddenly, the knob started shaking as she tried to get inside. I looked around the restroom to see if I could find something I could use as a weapon. But unfortunately, all I could find was a toilet plunge. The knob on the restroom door started to shake even more aggressively. I shouted at the door and said, "Leave me alone!" Then suddenly it stopped. I wondered if she finally left me in peace. I was hesitant to open the door to check if the coast was clear, but it's not like I had another choice. It was either stay in the restroom until my brother came, or run for it. So then, as I opened the door slowly, a hand suddenly grabbed the edge of the door. I was afraid that it was her, so I tried to close it as fast as I could, but then a familiar voice said, "Hey, are you done yet?" I stopped. I looked over the edge to see that it was my brother. With a sigh of relief, I told him that, "Thank God it's only you." He looked at me with a weird expression. He asked what was wrong with me, but then I replied that it was nothing. As we headed out of the fast food joint, I then heard a small faint voice from behind. "I found you.